Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here. Welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager 2021 save here with Sevilla, and today we kick off season number 2. Now, if you did miss season number 1, make sure to go back and watch the videos. Also, if you're new around here, please hit subscribe if you like the content you're watching. We got loads of stuff on PES, FIFA and Football Manager. I know Football Manager's been a little bit more sporadic, but I've been trying to take a little bit of time out of the game after playing 700 plus hours in probably the first however months of the game, and we're kind of getting back on track with it now. But it is a new season, which means some new players have joined the club. We will play against Real Sociedad, which is how we ended last season, and this will be a good telltale sign if we've improved the squad or not. Now, you saw the budget. It wasn't fantastic, and I haven't actually spent any of the budget. I don't know why. If we take a quick cheeky look at the finances, I don't think it should reveal anything. That is the new transfer budget. So obviously we've moved some players on, and everybody that we've signed so far is a free transfer, because I think the board just don't believe in me or trust in me, because there's a lot of money in the bank and they ain't giving me none of it really. They gave us, what was it, 7 million? Not good enough for me, but we persevered. I scoured. I channeled my inner Harry Redknapp, although Harry Redknapp signed people for cheap, didn't he? I channeled my inner free transfer Harry Redknapp, and we signed some decent players, I believe, and we started moving players on. What you've got to remember as well is when we look through the team, there were a load of players out on loan that were good enough to play in the first team. In fact, players that I would have preferred to have had last season for the squad that were out on loan at other clubs. So that's frustrating, but we have them back now, so that's a bonus for us. Also, it's impossible to sell players. We would have sold way more than what we have done. I've been trying to force players out of the door at this club for the majority of this summer transfer window, and it's been nigh on impossible. We get a deal done, they turn down the contract. They're prima donnas, none of them want to leave. It must be really nice in Sevilla. Let's look at who's joined us though. We struggled last year at left back. We didn't really have much cover, so free transfer number 1, Jetro Willems, the ex-PSV player, was playing at Frankfurt, I believe, and he's a very good left back. We play quite offensively with a left back. I would prefer better tackling and marking. It is what it is, and I hate the fact that he's got 8 work rate, but I didn't have much to play with, guys. I really didn't have much to play with, and this guy kind of fits the bill. I don't mind the early crosses because I prefer them. I feel like you're more likely to score from early crosses, so that's fine, and he's great going forward. So that's literally why I signed him. He's good at going forward. He's very quick, so he should be able to get back, even though his work rate doesn't want him to get back. And that's why we went with him. That's literally the reason we went with him. My cover for left back last year was not good. We was playing Karim Rekic, who really, when you look at him as a centre back, he can't do it offensively as a left back. And I felt a little bit sorry for him. So hopefully we're set now at left back. We have 2 decent offensive left backs. Free transfer number 2 is an absolute god when it comes to goalkeeping. It is Gianluigi Buffon. It was really hard. I knew we needed a better goalkeeper. I just did. And we did actually get Juan Serrano come back off loan, who actually looks pretty decent. He's no world beater, but he looks kind of good. And then we've got Buffon as well. So hopefully, between the two, will be much better in net this season, and he's Buffon, innit? You've got a 43, yes, but you've got to take a gamble sometimes. A player I actually tried to spend money on the season before, we got on a free. Rafael Santos Bo. We got him on a free. I was absolutely shocked that we was going to be able to get him on a free. Very good player. Decent work rate is the key for me here. He's got to work his ass off. Look at his mentals. That is probably one of the main reasons we signed him. But you know, last season that really we only had Naziri up top. When it came to that, like a second striker, if Naziri wasn't fit, I didn't really have anyone to bang in the goals. This guy's 25. He's decent. He's on a little bit of a high wage, I suppose, but not for a European team. And yeah, decent. We did also sign Victor Chust from Real Madrid. I mean, we managed to get a deal done and then he went straight out on loan. But if you look at him, he's a decent centre-back. I'd like him to be quicker, but he's like our style of centre-back. He's potentially going to be a decent passer of the football. And yeah, I like Victor Chust. I feel like it's a good deal for us. And it's a freebie. It's a freebie on a young player. Why not? And if you're going to sign legends, you might as well sign a Spanish legend. So we did sign Juan Mata. I mean, 9 pace, 12 stamina still, though. So That's not bad, is it? And Rakitic, we've got Rakitic, and now we've got Mata, and we've got Gomez, so we've got quite a few older heads in the team. But look at his wage, 12.75k, he's Spanish, and it's Juan Mata, boys. Why not? Let's be honest with you, it's good rotation. Him and Rakitic, I'm hoping could do the job, and both of them are absolutely fantastic when it comes to free kicks, I believe. 16 for Juan Mata, yes, that's what we like to see. So yeah, I mean, he's good, isn't he? He's decent at corners as well. And it's Juan Mata. Why not? Why not? And that concludes transfers in. So we made a sum total of 18 million on players going out. Suso, probably the biggest sale at 14.5 million, eventually rising to 18. I would have preferred to get more. And I actually kind of like Suso. And at first I was like, I don't know if I want to sell him. We didn't make a profit, but when you look at his actual output for the season, 24 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists, 1 man of the match, and he spent a lion's share of the season injured as well. We were just carrying a passenger because at right wing, Ronnie Lopez has come back. And I'm a little bit of a Ronnie Lopez fanboy. I have been for seasons. I really like him. I used him at Monaco. And yeah, he's decent. I would much prefer him to be on the right wing than Suso, considering I see him more as an out-and-out winger. So that's kind of the situation that happened there. And Ronnie Lopez comes back, and you can have so many right wingers because we had a ton. Because what we've also got to remember is Idrissi came back as well. And me and Idrissi are good fans from the Preston days on the live stream. So if you like live streams, follow the live stream down below. But yeah, we're good friends. So Idrissi comes back, and he's great, actually. For a player that was out on loan, I don't know what Sevilla were doing. Maybe they signed too many players, as is evident when we look at the size of the squad. It's a good job you can have a big bench, but I like him. He's decent. Suso, really the only big sale, though, because I massively struggled. Gadesh does leave as well, which is kind of like, I don't know, because he didn't have a great season. Brian Gill came back and then out on loan. Peglo goes out on loan, and these purely are players that went out on loan. I would have kept them, but we have so many players. We've got so many players, and they won't leave, boys. They won't leave. I'm trying. We've got a 12 bench, and then there's still 6 players. Not on a 12-man bench. I'm trying to get rid of them. 2 of them are even unregistered, and they keep turning down contracts at other clubs. So it's proving pretty difficult to get rid of players right now at Sevilla. I'm hoping that's going to change in the future, but we kind of have our squad now. We kind of know what we're going to do, but this is the reason they went out on loan. They were wanted to go out on loan, and in my head, I'm like, look, I can't move anybody else on. There's no point in having them here. I probably won't register them. They can actually go and get full-time game time somewhere else at a decent club, and we could deal with trying to offload these players as time goes on. Players we're looking to offload. Well, Pozo just out on loan, but for some strange reason, he doesn't want to sign a contract anyway. Joan Jordan has turned down 4 contracts. Now, Joan Jordan, thank you, mate. And Oliver, who has also turned down 2 contracts, won't leave either. So I quite like Oliver. I do, but we're stacked now. He doesn't really fit. You could say he fits in the playmaker mould, but not really, and he can't play out wide. So I do like him. It's not a dislike towards him. It's just we've got too many bodies at the club at this moment in time. Let's play against Real Sociedad. I can show you the friendlies really quickly. They went pretty well apart from the Sporting game. We're still working on this tactic. I'm still trying to fiddle around with it. We'll see what happens. The season starts with Sociedad, Getafe, then Valencia. So not the world's easiest start, because then it goes into Real Betis and Atletico Madrid. These are sides that you could say we need to beat if we want to be a top 4 side. But I don't know if we're good enough to beat them. We'll find that out. Not together. Well, we will when I do the first update, but let's find out where we stand against Sociedad away today. Also, precursor, absolutely full of hay fever already. Thank you, summer weather. Destroys me every time. So I have been a runny nose mess. Hopefully, absolutely fine in this video, though. Well, not great news. Apparently, in Spain, they go to a 7-man bench after season number 1, so that's not good news. I've just posted about how it's going to be good having a bigger bench. But anyway, this is going to be lineup for the first game of the season. Naziri, Barrenechea, Gomez, Ronnie Lopez, Fernando, Rakitic. I'm happy with that. We've got some older legs in there. But we are. Acuna at left back, Diego Carlos, Koundé, Navas, and Mr. Buffon in the net. The bench will be Williams, Willems, Gannigan, Ocampos. Ocampos probably would have started, but fitness issues. Munier, Juan Mata, Oscar, Rafa Santos. But do I think this team is capable of top 4 in the league? Absolutely, if we overperform. Absolutely, if we overperform. Real Sociedad actually have a very good squad as well. In terms of Football Manager, they have a really good team. So they have a really good team in real life as well, having a great season. But this could be difficult. Let's see what happens. We are on key highlights. I would prefer to not be, but with that early on in the season, I think we should stick to them. Akuna Kunde! That should have been 1-0. Let's see how we get on. I will stick with key highlights just for this game, and then we will plod along and go to extended and figure out the tactic as we go on. Now, I did tweak this in pre-season and towards the back end of last season, and I'm kind of happy with where it is. The team on the plus side for this year are very familiar with what we're trying to achieve. It's just whether we can achieve it. They're coming forward now, though. Silva gives it straight to Barrenechea, which is exactly what you wouldn't expect Silva to do. Barrenechea now, he's got good legs. Quick runner. I mean, probably shouldn't have gone for that, but he has. But it is what it is. These things happen. Valencia, 2-0 up already against Villarreal. We play them very soon. We've started the more lively of the two as we look to concede here, and we do from a set piece. As per usual. That was a good word. Roberto Lopez with the set-piece goal. Frustrating, a dominating start, but we just can't track our men from set-pieces. We're absolutely shocking. Real Madrid taking the lead there as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to get one back. We are working the ball into the box as well, which is very frustrating that's not yielding to more shots on target. And Naziri now piling forward. Naziri, side netting. Maybe he should have played that across. There wasn't too many bodies for him to aim for. Again, we're going to see a throw in here for Real Sociedad. And on my luck, they will get a second here. And that is a joke. They do get a second. It's 2 shots on target for Real Sociedad. And it's 2 goals. And we find ourselves 2-0 down to 2 opportunities from Real Sociedad. And what's really worrying here is that we're playing him on side with Marcus Acuna, and just really that there's my 2 best centre-backs, and the goalkeeper, and he scores that. That is a worry for me. That is a big worry for me. How have we let him score that? But okay, not a problem. I'm going to take off work ball in a box, because it's clearly not working. It's just not, is it? And we'll run at defence a little bit. See if we could turn the tide just a touch would be pleasant, but I think we might lose this one, boys. There's just a sneaky feeling in my mind that when we're defending like this, for both goals, to be fair, we're probably going to lose it. And the clearance there is shocking, and Isaac's in again, and wow! What is my defence today? Is that 3 shots? It's 3 on target! They've had 3 on target. And it's 3-0 to Real Sociedad. This is a great way to start the season, isn't it, boys? We've just been ripped apart. They just can't cope. Buffon's not covered himself in glory, has he, for his first game of the season? It's really good to see us coming out here and having a strong representation of ourselves in this first game of the season. That's what I like to see. Barrenechea can't score it. But what a performance this has been from us. Do you know what makes it worse? We've not actually been that bad. They've just been ultra clinical, and we've been torn open. The defence, well, I don't know what the defence has been in this one, but we've just been torn wide open twice in a row by Isaac. And Roberto Lopez scores from, again, shoddy defending. This is not going to be a good season, I don't think, boys. Well, we'll go out for the second half, but I'm not sure much can change, to be honest. I'm not sure much can change in terms of making us better. We've been shocking here. Naziri, that's 1. Okay, this is better already. That's 1. But you can see there, Navas on a 6.3 and Buffon, his first start as a Sevilla man, maybe made a mistake there signing him. He's on a 6.3. Maybe you could say as sweeper keeper, he should be coming out and collecting the ball at least for the second, probably for both of them, for the second and the third. He should be collecting the ball there, and he doesn't. And it's frustrating because actually, when you look at the stats, we don't appear to have played horrendously badly. We're just... the scoreline doesn't look very good for us, does it? I mean, Navas has come out the second half and improved in performance. That's a good sign. Let's make the change as well. Gomez not having a good game. Let's go with Mata there, and we're going to put him on support, really. And I think that's us for the moment. If we could get another, there might be a miniature amount of belief that there could be a draw here. Marcus Acuna now coming forward. What can he do? He's not a bad crosser of the ball. Barrenechea. Fernando heads it wide. Well over the bar. That was probably the opportunity. I don't see much happening. I am given a little bit of confidence with the way we've come back into the game. I am also not much confidence when they have 3 chances and they score all 3 chances instantly straight off the bat. That's a little bit frustrating. Let's bring on Oscar, see what he can do, see if he can add some spice. Campos now. It's a little bit late in the day though, isn't it? Juan Mata for his first goal for Sevilla. Well saved, Romero. Well saved, Romero. That was a good opportunity. Koundé now heads it over. Frustrating. I feel like we've had opportunities there, boys. I feel like we've had opportunities. And we're going to lose this one 3-1. And that is frustrating because 3 shots on target. Football Manager, 3 shots on target, 3 goals. And I suppose it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the grand scheme. I'm happy that the team improved after that happened. I'm not too happy that I was really excited about Buffon, and he's probably cost us at least the 2 Isaac goals. I think he probably should come and get the ball there as a sweeper keeper, and he's not. So that's a little bit worrying. But hopefully, if we play like we did, it won't stay that way. I don't know. Maybe that's a pipe dream. Maybe we're just not cut out for Spanish football. You never know. I'm a little bit frustrated with that. I'm not going to lie. I'm more frustrated that their first 3 highlights were goals. And on key highlights, it's hard to really rapidly react to that. But it will be a loss. They do get revenge against us to start the season off. And we need to be better, don't we? We need to be better. I will tweak a few things. I will tweak a few things with the tactic. I'm not overly disappointed. I'll tell you what I will tweak, and maybe you guys should just not use this. Work ball into box, because you just don't, do you? You work ball into box, guys, and we don't. And then I'm going to drop the line, because that was really bad defensively, and we will counter. Because I think we're Naziri, we probably should be countering. We will counter. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's first game of the season. Let's be honest. Gianluigi Buffon will definitely not be playing the next game. He won't be. And we'll plod along. I will see you in roughly, not a month in life, maybe over a month. Maybe we'll come back at the start of October, potentially the end of September. We'll see how we feel. I'll go forward now and play a few games. But I appreciate the support as per usual, guys. I am trying to get this series and Football Manager out as consistently as possible. I'm just finding myself a little bit frustrated with the game at the moment. And that match there against Real Sociedad, where they had their first 3 shots on target go in, does not help with that. But it is what it is. Take it easy, boys. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully we turn form around. I might see you in the next one where I go, We've been sacked, lads. We've been sacked. But hopefully that's not going to be the scenario. And I'll see you back, and we're on a rapid run where we've beaten Getafe, Valencia, Betis. We've beaten all these sides, and we're looking like world beaters once again.